Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Corruption, Crime, and Compliance. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that sits right at the intersection of culture, compliance, and enforcement risk, and that is organizational justice and internal investigations, one of my favorite subjects. So let's start with a simple proposition. Your compliance program is only as strong as your internal reporting and investigations system. And that's not just my view. That is exactly how the U.S. Department of Justice looks at it. Under the Justice Department's evaluation of corporate compliance programs, prosecutors are instructed to ask some very direct questions. Do employees feel comfortable reporting misconduct? Are there effective reporting channels? And most importantly, what does the company do when it receives a report? This brings us to the concept of organizational justice. It's not really about fairness. It's really, but do employees believe that if they raise a concern, it will be handled objectively, consistently, promptly, and without retaliation? Because if they don't believe that, they won't report. And when employees don't report internally, issues don't disappear, they go external to regulators, to whistleblower programs, or even to the media. Now, here's where the data becomes really important. According to benchmark data from NAVEX, companies with strong speak-up cultures actually receive more internal reports, sometimes 2 or 3 times more than their peers. And that's a good thing. More reporting means visibility. More visibility means earlier detection, and earlier detection means lower enforcement risk. In fact, the Justice Department has made it clear that a lack of internal reporting can actually be a red flag. So how do you build that kind of culture? It starts with leadership. Tone at the top is not just about messaging, it's about behavior. Employees are watching closely. They want to see whether leadership is willing to investigate issues objectively, even when those issues involve senior executives or high performers. If leadership cuts corners or applies rules unevenly, trust collapses. The next critical element is having a reliable internal investigation program. The Justice Department specifically asks whether companies have well-resourced, qualified, and independent investigation functions. This means structured intake processes, trained investigators, clear documentation, and escalation protocols. But here's the part many companies miss: transparency. Employees need to understand how the process works. What happens after they report? Who investigates the matter? How long will it take? Will it be done fairly? Publishing internal investigation procedures can go a long way in building confidence. Now let's talk about another key aspect: consistency, because this is where many programs fail. Nothing undermines a compliance program faster than uneven discipline. If employees see that senior executives are treated differently or that similar cases produce different outcomes, the entire system loses credibility. And the Justice Department is very focused on this. They look at whether discipline is applied evenly across the organization. So what's the solution? Well, one best practice that I have always advocated is to create an independent investigation oversight committee. Some organization, some group that consists of legal, compliance, HR, and business leaders, security if you have that as well, reviews findings and ensures that discipline is consistent across cases. It creates accountability and reduces bias. Another critical factor is timeliness. Justice delayed is justice denied. If investigations drag on, employees lose trust, evidence becomes stale, and the perception grows that the company is avoiding tough decisions. Leading organizations set clear timelines and manage investigations with discipline and urgency. Finally, you have to monitor and improve your system. The Justice Department expects continuous improvement. That means tracking metrics like reporting volume, case cycle time, and employee perceptions of fairness. Again, NAVEX data shows that companies that actively monitor their systems maintain stronger speak up cultures and lower external whistleblower risk. So let's step back and look at the big picture. A strong internal investigation system does more than resolve complaints. It detects risk early. It strengthens culture. And it provides a powerful defense if regulators come knocking. At the end of the day, organizational justice is not just about doing the right thing, it's about building a system that works. And in today's enforcement environment, that's not optional, it's essential. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Corruption, Crime, and Compliance.